Hi, families. Happy Sunday to you. I hope you've all had a wonderful weekend and are maybe enjoying a snow day or this a day of an opportunity to stay inside and stay warm. Let me bring up my talking notes for my video memo here. Um, there we go. First, budget updates. I did find out last week that our budgets will be posted on February 1st, so I will not have further information regarding that until February 1st. However, it'll be past February 1st. In the next round of the News You Can Use, I'm going to be sending a survey, and I would like input from all of our families and stakeholders on certain programmings and prioritizing which programs you would like to see continued. And which programs you think we could possibly absorb or do without in making decisions regarding budget. Unfortunately, because we are in the blue tiered index level, we get less support from the budget office. We don't get title funds. We don't get a lot of those things that I've said over and over again. So when it comes down to it, when our enrollment numbers and projections are decreased, so then is our budget. And while I would like to say I would like to keep everything that we've ever had at height, it just simply isn't going to be possible. And we are going to have to make some difficult decisions in what programs to continue, what new programs can replace some maybe programs that haven't been as effective as we would like, and what programs could be eliminated and perhaps absorbed into other areas of the instructional day. So it's not the news that I like to give people, but it is the reality, and I want to give you plenty of time to absorb that and process it and think about it prior to you submitting your feedback with the survey. So in the next News You Can Use, there will be a survey, and I will look at that and take that to the budget office or the budget committee and team when we look at SBDM decisions. So again, your people that you're going to want to talk to and who you want to advocate for your concerns and or priorities are your SBDM representatives. They are the ones who approve the budget and make those decisions. So please reach out to them if you have any major concerns that you wish to be heard at the February SBDM meeting. Smartwatches. I know a lot of students got those over winter break as a gift for Christmas, and I am not here to say they cannot wear them. However, because they are communication devices such as phones, the same rules apply. They cannot be texting and messaging and sending emails throughout the day via their smartwatches. It is disruptive, causes a lot of confusion when students are texting family members and other students during the school day. So please make sure that your students know that their smartwatches have to be turned off in terms of the messaging application. They can use them as a watch, as any other device they would be able to use, but the messaging and calling applications have to be turned off during the instructional day. And if that is not, if they've been warned and they continue to do that, we will ask them to take it off and we will keep it and send it home with them on the bus. If it continues, then we will keep it and you will have to come pick it up. That's our same policy for phones. And we are not here to try to limit the communication your child has with you, but as you could assume and understand, many times when a 7, 8, 9, 10-year-old is communicating something going on at school, they are missing the details a lot of times, and they are missing the accurate information, and it causes a lot of confusion when we get phone calls from the office saying, I just got a message from my child saying blah, 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 blah. So please make sure that your students are not, or that your children are not using their smartwatches to communicate. If for any reason they do need to get a hold of you for some reason, they are always welcome to come up to the office and ask to call home. And we always do allow that when it is something that is a need, not just a want. So please encourage them that if they really need to get a hold of you, to come up to the office so we can help answer any questions and eliminate any misunderstandings. So smartwatches not to be used for texting or calling during the instructional day. That is our same policy for phones. Next, snacks. We have had a issue with students for quite some time, and it's not getting any better, who are bringing large numbers of snacks, and they are not necessarily healthy snacks. They're donuts, they're cookies, they're candy, whatever. They're bringing them, and they're eating that during their lunch period, then trying to go through the line and get a lunch, and then they're not really having time to eat anything that is of substance or a healthy component that's helping them maintain and sustain their school day. So please make sure if you're sending your children with snack, it is a healthy snack, and it is only if their teacher is having snacks during the school day. There are some grade levels that are no longer doing snacks and during the school day because their lunchtime is at a reasonable time. So please make sure that if your kids are bringing snacks, that they are healthy snacks, A, that are going to help them sustain the energy they need for the school day, and B, that they are eating them during snack time, not lunchtime, not during the regular instructional day. It's causing a bit of a disruption and a bit of a conundrum in the cafeteria. So please monitor their snacks. Next, NTI, as you received the communication on Friday, that was a proactive communication. We have been asked as a district, because the district has pushed really hard to get devices in student hands one-to-one, that we are allowing them to use those devices when they are at home. And so we are sending them home on Fridays consistently now, especially in the winter months, in the event that there is an NTI day on a Monday or over the weekend. And if we have an inkling that there might be inclement weather and it could possibly result in an NTI day, we will send those home. We ask that you leave them powered down. It's not for just playing Minecraft and things all day on a weekend day when we might need them for instruction, because we are not sending the power cords home. And to be quite honest with you, the reason why we are not doing that is they get lost, they get misplaced, they get damaged, and it is quite a bear and a task for our teachers and staff members to untangle those and get them out of the carts and then plug them back in when they get them in. They are assigned to an individual device, and as you can imagine, having 24 to 30 devices in a cart, getting that cord out, untangling, sending it back, coming back to school with it, putting it back in the cart, and getting it charged is quite a task. So we are asking our staff to send home the Chromebooks only fully charged, and leaving the cords intact in the cart. So please leave the devices powered down over the weekend unless we are using them for instruction. And then that way, if we needed an NTI day on a Monday or Tuesday, they would have that opportunity. Another suggestion that some other principals and administrators had made is if you want to get an additional Chromebook charger and just keep it at home, that you are welcome to do that. However, we do not have the extra money in our budget to do that. So we are keeping the cords at school and sending the devices home. Please make sure you send the device home or back to school at the next appropriate day, because all of our students in all of our classrooms use those Chromebooks on a daily basis for part of their classroom instruction. So please make sure they're well taken care of and sent back in on the following school day. Friendship parties. There was a lot of miscommunication or misunderstanding, I should say, about our friendship parties. We have not had Valentine's parties for almost, I think, since I've been principal, and this is my 8th year. So they've been friendship parties because we are not focusing on religious celebrations. We are focusing on seasonal celebrations. So they are friendship parties and kindness parties. And those are hosted just like our winter holiday party and our fall festival parties. Those are hosted by our PTA. That the question that came up last week was, are we not allowed to do a Valentine's exchange? I'm not saying you can't do a Valentine's exchange, but that is not the PTA's responsibility, and that is up to individual teachers if they are doing them. And I would suggest and ask that instead of you focusing on Valentine's exchange, focus on friendship notes, kind notes exchange, because that is what we are trying to celebrate and emphasize here, and make sure that our kids know that, I mean, we talk about it every day. Our 3 rules are work hard, be kind, and have fun, and work on focusing the kindness and service aspect of that celebration. So that is still on the calendar in the books. It's still the same policy about the liaison and 1 to 2 parents, people to come in and help them support. And the reason why is we simply do not have the parking space, and we do not have the space within the building to have 10 to 15 parents in a classroom filled with 25 to 30 kids and a teacher and a potential other staff member. It's not realistic and reasonable to have that many people in our small size classrooms. And we also just do not have the parking for that when we have to have buses coming in and carpool line lining up. So I know that in the past we had opened the doors, and there were always, it was kind of like a free for all. Many people came, and while that is very nice that we have that much support and have that many people wanting to come in the building, we simply cannot sustain that level of visitors in the building. And I've explained it before with the new policies on safety protocols, and we can't just leave the doors open and propped open for people to be coming in and out. And when you get that high volume of visitors, it just becomes a lot of work on our office staff to keep track of everybody who's signed in, which kids have signed out, and continuing to open and reopen the doors when hundreds of visitors are coming in. So multiple reasons why the number of visitors are limited for parties to 3 per classroom. Unfortunately, that's just the way that we're going to have to proceed with things to make sure people are safe, make sure that we have enough space for parking, make sure we have enough space in the classrooms. If you have any better suggestions to address that need and concern, you are welcome to email me. If you have any concerns about it, you can email me, and I will definitely get back to you or call you so we can have a discussion and clarify any additional explanations that may be required with that. So those will happen in February. I believe it is February 10th would be the day of those celebrations for friendship parties. And we will be doing things in the school as well to celebrate kindness like we always do with that. Okay, that is it for my video announcements. I hope you all have had a wonderful weekend. Practice some self-care. Allow your students to get away from schoolwork and just be kids, and allow yourselves to get away from that weekday routine and find some time to relax for yourselves. Have a wonderful rest of your day. We look forward to seeing you all tomorrow. Thank you.